burns, price movement, and more proposals for Terra Lunar Classic. What is all that about? Well, we're going to break it down in this video, as well as taking a look at what is coming up very shortly for Lunar Classic. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date, and let's dive straight into this video. So the global crypto market took a bit of a hit. We had the Fed announcement, 25 basis points that we all expected, and then all of a sudden Jerome Powell spoke and the market absolutely tanked. 3.13% down, 1.4 trillion is where we currently sit now. If we head on down to the 62nd highest ranked cryptocurrency, Terra Lunar Classic was no exception to that. Took a big hit in the market, down to 1241. You can see their volume at 74 million, as well as market cap sitting at 730 million. So a big day in the crypto market, and certainly one of which we couldn't escape for Terra Lunar Classic. Now, what do I want to talk about in this video? Well, we know that we have the Binance burns coming up very soon. It's always interesting as we start to move towards the catalyst that is that. Now, we know from previous burns, we saw a price move up. And ultimately what we're trying to do here is remove supply, take out the supply of Terra Lunar Classic, dwindle back down to 10 billion. Is it ambitious? Absolutely. But Binance being a supporter of that, it's always worthwhile noting that they are continuing to support. So we got 8.849, which was 3 months, equivalent to about just over $1 million. This one obviously is just a month. So we absolutely are in a world where it is only a 30-day month. And ultimately then we're going to see what the Binance burns come in. But it does obviously generate some interest, some absolute movement in the price, as well as we obviously then burn Terra Lunar Classic. Now remember what I always say, the lower the price, the more Lunar Classic we do burn. And again, it'll be really interesting to see how that then moves into the next one. Currently $5.2 million has currently been burnt by Binance for the support of Terra Lunar Classic. You can see here, we are continuing to burn, albeit we do need to see this significantly increase as part of the deflation of the token. Now we can see here, 994 million put into the staking pool, 13.88%, still struggling to get to that $1 trillion mark that we want to see for Lunar Classic staked. And the reason I bring this up to you is there's a very interesting proposal being put forward by Zarika. This is one of my community members who's kind of work and talk through, who's big on Lunar Classic, and I wanted to kind of put this to you guys to get your feel for and what your view for it. And ultimately, I'm going to kind of paraphrase as opposed to walk all the way through, but the link will be in the description so you can come and check it out. This is about, as a community right now, taking a proportion of our staking rewards and putting them into the Oracle pool, community pool, and then fundamentally the burn wallet. We do our bit as a Terra Lunar Classic community, hard-coded into the network to ensure that everybody does it, that take 5% of our current rewards and move them in. Because let's face it, if we are totally honest with everything, it doesn't matter how good the rewards are. If the price keeps coming down, the rewards are worth less. What should happen is as the supply moves down and the staking goes up, the price should increase. Therefore, you get less rewards for the same, or if not more, price. That makes it worthwhile. If it's the other way around, ultimately what happens is the Oracle pool will dry up and the staking rewards will no longer exist. And ultimately the blockchain and validators that absolutely maintain everything could go away. So definitely worthwhile thinking about. I, for one, would be more than happy to give away 15% of my staking rewards if it then meant that every single individual that either staked, because remember, if you don't stake, you're not getting anything, but the price would then go up. I think it's worthwhile doing. And equally then we see the Binance burn, we see the $5 million from Binance. For me, it's our commitment as a community to go and support that. So definitely come and check this article out and let me know in the comments below what you think. And if you want to come and actually speak to the person that did it, come and join my live stream, 4 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern every night. And he is in that live stream, so you can come and check it out. But again, big news on how we remove supply from the circulating supply. We can obviously see it over here where we take the staked number out. But again, we look at the community pool and this is absolutely starting to move and move up. The Oracle pool is the complete and other opposite. We are seeing the Oracle pool come down as staking rewards go up. But what we're not seeing though is if we come over to the price, we're not seeing what we expect to do, which would be the price to go up. Wherever, like I said, you're removing circulating supply, you're making the token more scarce, you generally see the price start to move up. Now, we did have a pretty good run at some points over the last kind of 24 hours, but if we scroll back out over the course, basically since early Feb, we've been on a decline. Now we need to see that flip and we need to see that change. And things like the Binance burn, things like supporting the tokens and people putting forward proposals is absolutely the right thing. We also saw an auto burn, very similar proposal, however, not quite as comprehensive as what we're seeing from Zarikius. So definitely worthwhile going and checking out. But Lunar Classic, I still believe long term, this is a great play. I think the L1 team going into kind of AI and again, building out, these are innovations. These are people thinking differently rather than trying to do the same thing. I think one consensus, one goal with one drive and ambition will absolutely make Terra Luna Classic better and absolutely will push it in the plan and the way that we as a community absolutely want to see that there. Let me know in the comments below, what do you want to see on the channel when it comes to Terra Luna Classic? Obviously, I'm going to give you all the latest. I'm going to give you the updates in terms of what's going on. Is there anything specific that you would like me to cover off, whether that's a bit more about the L1 team, whether that's a bit more into the community focus of things? But let me know, as always, down in the comments. And if you want to get yourself some Luna Classic, head on over to MEXC, sign up with the description, sign up with the link in the description down below to get yourself some cheaper trading fees, as well as some bonuses up to the value of about $9,000. But as ever, thank you so much for watching the video. Terra Luna Classic, though, long-term play. Let's start to see if the price and the charts start to move over the course of the next couple of weeks. As ever, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.